Welcome, this is Nathan and welcome back to another video. Today we're continuing to take a look at the Alternative Future World Season 2 Part 15. In the last video, we had a very big event happen where the Middle Eastern faction and the League of Asian Countries and the Axis declared war on a bunch of countries. I feel like the ones I should mention are like Sweden, China, I don't remember the others. It was these guys over here. Romania joined the Axis and Sweden was forced into the Axis. And today we're going to continue looking at what's going to happen. Only 3 parts left after this one. This series ended quickly and I think Season 3 will probably not say anything. I'm not want to spoil anything at all. No chance. Season 3 might be the last season of this series. That depends. But again, as far as I can think, there will only be 3 seasons, mate. I don't know if there'll be a season 4. Okay? Anyway, we have to talk about Africa. There are not many neutral countries left here. And yet alone, ones that are going to join Alliance. South Africa, Mozambique, Madagascar, Nigeria, Liberia, and Ethiopia. And Equatorial Guinea are the last neutral countries here. None of them want to join an alliance, but they will have to. The Order of Peace are now a pretty large neutral alliance. It's no longer centered around Africa. Anybody can join it. So, these countries don't really want to join it, though. Putting yourself in an alliance is just kind of breaking the neutrality thing. So, putting yourself in an alliance is breaking the neutrality thing. Although there are definitely some countries here that might... There are definitely some countries outside of Africa that will join this alliance. One of them will be Bangladesh. Now, if a country gets invaded, will everyone have to join the war? No. It's a neutral alliance. They don't really care all that much. Although with, how crazy tensions are rising, I feel like they should. Now, the Americas is very, very neutral. There's only 4 countries here that are even in alliance, and, well, 2 that got invaded. But the 2 countries here, the 4 countries here are Brazil, Nicaragua, USA, and Canada. They're the only ones in alliances, and no one over here is joining the Allies, Axis, African Order, damn it, Order of Peace, the Asian League. I think I might just call it the Asian League. Because the League of Asian Countries is way too much. Siam is terrified because, well, Tibet can invade them, but I don't think Tibet is even strong enough to invade. But let's talk about Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Southern Arabia. Oh, well, what would you know? They planned something and they finally got away, and they managed to get away with it. So, all 3 of these countries were planning on an invasion of Ethiopia, and they put it off a little bit, just to see if they didn't join the alliance. And Ethiopia is having immediate, 100% immediate regrets. This little border right here is really the only border they have left. It's really the only border they have, but then there's the Red Sea. So, Egyptian troops are going to exile into Eritrea, and even worse, Eritrea will declare independence to join Egypt. That's even that's even worse. Southern Arabia will make a landing in Somaliland and they will be able to take this area over with ease, I guess. Saudi Arabia is helping them, obviously, and they also make a landing onto Djibouti with Egypt's help. They begin to push down towards Addis Ababa. I think that'll be the capital of Ethiopia at this point, because... Oh, oops. They begin to push down towards Addis Ababa, but the Ethiopian army will hold out. Southern Arabia and Saudi Arabia will focus on taking out the Somali coast, and that will go successfully, and they will begin to push back in at a rampaging rate as they take all Somalia, leaving just Ethiopia really. After pain going through the mountains of Ethiopia, they will capture Addis Ababa, and at this point Ethiopia is going to collapse. Let's take a look at this peace treaty. So the peace treaty, Ethiopia is gone basically. Egypt took Eritrea and they didn't take any more land, and then Southern Arabia got themselves a good chunk of Somalia. Although I can imagine in the future this would just leave Southern Arabia and become its own thing in the Asian League. And Ethiopia was given a new government and joined the Asian League. And at this point, the Asian League has nowhere left to go. The only areas they really have left is Greece and Siam. That is it. But they're not interested in there. Siam would only be Tibet, and as you can tell, Tibet wants to invade them, but everyone else is like, no. And they literally have nothing to care about Greece. Now, this is a line where you can do whatever you want, so... Like, Tibet doesn't really need the alliances... Doesn't really need the alliance's acceptance to invade Siam, but they know they're not strong enough to take on Siam. Because they would need help, but what's the help? Like, what's the need to help Tibet invade Siam when you're not going to get any land or anything from it? Brazil is finally going to do something after, like, how many episodes? I don't know. They expanded in part 8, and they're finally going to do something. That is actually... And that's going to be attacking Peru. Oh, God. That's going to be attacking Peru. So, Peru is now terrified because Brazil, one of the strongest countries in the world, is rocking up on their doorstep. And just like in the first series, Brazil is going to completely destroy Peru. Peru gets absolutely just overwhelmed by tons and tons of troops. They get split in half, lose Lima, and proceed to lose even more really valuable land. And within, like, I would say a month or two, Peru is absolutely just demolished. Now, would Peru fall that quick? Not really in real life, but you gotta realize again, this is an alternative future of the world season. This is like an alternative World War II. Some other countries in America are not as strong as they are today. Argentina is nowhere near as strong as they were as they are today. They are probably in like the top 50, I'd say. Top 50? I don't know if there's 50 countries remaining on this map. But let's take a look at this peace treaty. And Peru's gone. Oh, damn it. And Peru's gone. So, this is going to alarm, like, all of Americas now, except from, like, North America. Because, what's Nicaragua going to do? This is going to alarm Argentina, Chile, Paraguay, and Uruguay to do something. So, all four of these countries are going to decide to unite to protect themselves from Brazil. Now, it may not do much, but it's better than not being united and being separated. Now, why would they decide to unite? It's obvious, to protect themselves from Brazil. And even if they unite, I don't think they're still strong enough to fight Brazil. So what are they going to do? What is Argentina going to do? We could call this Rio de Janeiro, but we're going to still call it Argentina. Well, as you just saw, they're going to join the Allies. Most of the countries in the Americas are on the Allies side. Not many of them are like Axis or, Order of Peace, like, aligned. Most of them are the Allies. And that's a pretty good pickup they just got. And now we can see that the Americas are starting to become less and less neutral. That's a first in the series, because all the Americas have been very neutral, except from those four. Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname, they're not going to do anything, actually. Did I forget about Guyana being part of the UK? Well, they're independent then, I guess. How did I forget that? Guyana's in... Oh, wait, French Guyana. Oh, that's gotta be Cyan. As you can see from this map, it's building up to be the finale soon. It's starting to get really, really, really heated between the Axis, Asian League and Allies, as well as the Order of Peace. Now, there are some countries that might be like, well, how are they gonna join an alliance? I guess there are definitely countries here that you would think, what alliance are they gonna join? Because they've been neutral and don't really have anybody to join. And the most obvious is Indonesia. That'll be shown in part 17. Japan doesn't want to do anything. They're still kind of emotionally damaged from what happened to their glorious empire. They're not weak. They're still quite strong. It's just they used to be a massive country and now they're tiny. Mozambique, South Africa, Madagascar, and the others probably will be all joining the Order of Peace. Iceland will decide who they want to join. Who that's going to be. The Allies. So Iceland will join the Allies, and that will lead us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in part 16.